To work our core today, we are going to start off with some shoulder touches. Now there's different options for this. The easiest option is to be on your knees and then bring your body weight forward so that your shoulders are above your wrists. I always say to take the knees a little bit wider than hip width, maybe take your hands a little bit closer. We're going to touch the opposite shoulder now. Everything is in that changeover. You want to keep your hips as still as possible. To make it harder, just bring more of the body weight forward and eventually come into a high plank position. So find what's going to work for you. We're going to do this in sets of 10. So we go nice and controlled. So find your position. I want you to imagine you're balancing an egg on your low back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, so barely moving in that changeover, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Probably going to feel your legs working as well. You wouldn't always think that your quads are going to be working in that, but I'm definitely feeling mine. So we'll take a little breather and then we're going to go for that again. If it was too easy on your knees, come up. If you found yourself moving all over the place, come down to your knees, because if you're doing it whilst you're rocking and moving, you're not focusing on the core muscles that we want. So let's come back up again and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can always make it harder by touching your thigh. Let's do 2 more, or touching opposite thigh and then coming down. Okay, so now we're going to come onto our backs. We're going to go for our sprinter sit up. So we're going to reach nice and long here and then we power up and then we alternate our legs. You don't have to point your toes if you don't want to. Okay, we'll start with 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. And down. Have a little breather. With this movement, it is a quick, powerful movement. That's why I go for, because it always helps, I find, with power movements to make that sharp exhale. So we're going to do that one again. Try and lift upper and lower body at the same time as much as possible. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Have a little breather there. So you're going to feel that probably a little bit more in the top part of your abs. We're going to go back to our shoulder touches. So actually we're going to change it around this time. We're going to go for some what we call bird dog. Don't ask me why they're called that. We're going to reach out opposite arm, opposite leg. You can do this from a full plank position. I'm going to take it down to the knees. I'm not sure my quad is quite there yet, but the whole idea is we're keeping everything else as still as possible. So 1, again, it's all in that changeover. We don't want to arch the back as we're taking the leg and the arm out. So remember, we're alternating. We're going for 10 here. 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a little bit like our tiger crunches, if you remember those. And then have a rest. So just a few different variations, that same kind of movement, taking opposite arm, opposite leg. That can be really good for working these muscles as they try to stabilize you. Anyway, I hope you are feeling that in those muscles. I mean that in the best possible way as always. Take care and I'll see you soon.